All right.
Fresh air. You're out here in the elements.
I know, right?
Ain't bad. It really ain't bad.
No, that's not.
Hmm.
It was.
All right, we are live.
We kept the temperature down.
And we got Mark and AJ dialing in from the stadium
I know.
after a significant W tonight, boys. Pop the champagne. It's been done. We did it. Congratulations to everybody.
Exactly. On my champagne and campaign. And we finally scratched that 7-year itch against the New York Red Bulls. We finally beat them in the regular season. That took way too long. Not lucky number 7. Like, that should never have taken that long to beat a team in MLS. But
yeah,
it happened. We broke the duck, and it's not the prettiest performance. Like, Almada didn't have the best games, but the ref probably had the worst game of his life, maybe the best game of his life, because who knows? He's garbage. So exactly. So maybe this was a good one. Who knows?
it's a good one because we won.
Exactly. Like there were how many? Like 7 or 8 yellows brandished in this game.
Yeah, it was a lot.
That says a lot of
questionably given in a lot of ways too.
Right. And there was maybe a penalty that wasn't. There was maybe or at least a red card that was.
Yeah, the dog show, I think.
Sure. Yes, exactly. And we'll delve into that a little bit further. But I mean, Yorgos Yakumakis getting his 2nd goal of the season. So I think adding to his tally, that's always going to be good. He's he's a guy that probably will still be upset that he missed a few of those chances that would have gone in the back of the net, especially that cutback.
Yeah, that cutback. I almost felt like it was the Aruju. It's like karma coming back to reclaim what we shouldn't have had when Aruju scored that goal and he did the right-footed hit off his left and it chipped it over the keeper. I felt like Yako may have done the same thing. It hit his left foot, chipped over.
It's although his was significantly closer than Aruju's.
Yeah.
But still, either way, good night. Otherwise, I think defensively we were stout. We were keeping the ball well, which that's what we were not doing against Columbus Crew, which we're not passing crisply. But this one, you saw just class from Miles Robinson.
Oh my goodness, that one intervention he did. That saved us. That was amazing. World-class defending right there.
Yeah, and really, honestly, he made it look easy. I mean, it was like, okay, he was basically handling the 2-on-1.
Yep.
And the guy closer in the middle, he basically nullified him, and then sprung on the Jets when the other guy made his decision. And, he was able to shepherd it out to where it needed to go for us to continue possession. And so it was just like, Miles Robinson, that's a huge miss, obviously, last week. That's clear, just how important he is. I asked that question on 5 Strike Weekly. Who's the 2nd most important player on Atlanta United? And everybody said Miles.
Yeah.
And I think that's obvious.
Oh,
Tonight, he saved us a bunch of times. So,
Dude,
they had
Miles,
the chances to probably...
Just having that spine.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know Amada's not a big guy, but, like, Yakamaga's at the top, Miles at the back, and then just the absolute boss in the center. That spine is amazing. This team is amazing when they can have that spine there. And, just so strong. So strong.
Yeah, it sounds like a chant already, You already said it. You had Miles Robinson in the back. You got Almada in the middle. You got Yakumakis up front. And then let's just make that rhyme somehow. Aficionados, kind of get in there, do some magic. But let's bring on somebody that that wanted to get on here. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one person on right now first because he had asked to go first, and he is late, which is ironic. one might say.
Oh, well then, next.
Yeah, just give him one more minute.
All right, but yeah, I mean, in terms of like your the most important play in the game to you.
I mean, it has to be the decisive play that won the game. That was Yako's goal. So that's where I'll put my flag down. I'm super psyched for it. I mean, it's just starting with him doing his consecutive, maybe not consecutive is the right word, consistent goal scoring. You love to see it. It's going to just keep happening, I hope. If we can kind of have like a Joseph-esque reliant goal scorer, so you're looking at a goal per game almost, you're going to see us do a lot better. I mean, we're not going to get shut out as much. You're going to have the other team, especially when we go up early, they're going to have to respond. They're going to open up. It's going to be a little bit easier for our magic men to do their thing. So like that just changes the complexions of games. It changes the game state significantly. So like it'll open up things on the road, at home. As long as we have that confidence, as long as we can barrel down and just get Yakimas the ball in difficult, crazy scenarios, and he just can plow it in somehow, we can have the advantage early sometimes if they score it early, or we can at least force a draw and force the other team to be probably better than they are, which we really haven't done for a while. We kind of just backed off and rolled over when a team just scored 1 or 2 on us, and that was it. And that's frustrating because it's like 1 or 2 shouldn't be enough to beat a good team, and obviously we weren't a good team in the past. So now you have to like really beat us. You can't just get away with 1 or 2 goals anymore, which to me is wonderful. That makes it so when you're watching it, the entertainment factor's there. You're like, okay, we can, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it where we're not the it's like we get scored on and it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Like that's kind of how it was when we were really bad. It just looked dire, and hope was not there. But I think it's also, I don't think we're going to expect Yakimakis to score every single game, but
I think when I say consistent, I mean it's like it's a good odds of him scoring per game, I think.
Right, especially if he has that type of that scoring style, which right now he poached tonight. It's fantastic on the back post, and that's super key. Is he's able to ghost into some space. And
as a hockey Flyers fan, seeing someone using the strategy of just crash the net and then just bully goalies and bully defense and scoring on that's the Philadelphia Flyers style. And so I have a little bit of a heart for that, so I'm happy for that. So now we finally got our guy. Patrick is finally in here. Right. Little late, but better late than never.
Your face.
Was I muted that whole time?
You were muted, and that's fine because we were talking, so you're gonna have to wait. Anyway, put your video on and start firing off.
Oh dear. Hey guys.
There we go. Nice shirt. Love it.
I noticed AJ never said I have a nice shirt on, but okay.
It was a good day to be an Arsenal fan. It was a great day to be a United fan. And I'm not a Cards fan. It's April Fools. I'm a Cubs fan, and we did not have a great day. But
why do you own the hat then? That's the question.
It's April Fools. People that
so
know
me know you bought it ironically.
It's
that's terrible. Okay.
We just have the same size head. Don't look too far into it, okay, guys? All right, but no, this was a really fun game to watch. I am not like I'm happy we got the win. That's franchise win against the energy drinks is awesome because they have perennially been a pretty strong club, but I'm going to be the negative Nancy for a minute, and I have to say that I wasn't jazzed about our finishing. Yakimakis had some great opportunities. We had a lot of great crosses that should have gone in. And, honestly, if people were on form on both sides, Atlanta, I think, should have won 3-2 because that's what the chances were looking like. They had some unbelievable shots from beyond the 18 that were, I mean, just over the bar, right? But on the other side of that coin, we had fantastic opportunities that we just squandered. And
we had 2 sitters at the box, that's for sure.
Yeah. And, Goose was great. He got knocked around a little bit. It was kind of weird to see
he did some knocking too.
He did, and that's what I like about Goose is he's not afraid to throw a shoulder into somebody and let him know he's Goose,
including your own teammates.
Well,
tonight
sometimes
a bar.
They have to be reminded because there has to be.
It's an Argentinian,
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a distinction, and I think like a friend of mine that I was watching the game with, for instance, kind of put a point on it because he watches pretty much only EPL, and he's
one of those, huh?
kind of. Yeah, I know. I love him, but I have to disagree because I enjoy watching the home team. I'm also an EPL guy, but there is a difference between the pace of the game. It just has to be admitted. But like that said, I think Almada created some great opportunities, and I liked how physical we were without. I didn't agree with a few of the cards that we got. Yakimakis got a weird one that he totally went for the ball, and a buddy of mine we were watching with, he was like that. He went for the ball, and I agreed, but he also kind of went for the ball like legs agape, So like he did go for the ball, but he kind of went for the ball.
The first I've heard that before. Legs agape.
Yeah.
That's
well,
it's. I love it. Hey, I love it. Actually,
this is the sports analysis that you come to this channel for. Legs agape,
dude. Legs agape.
But no, I think that shouldn't have been a card because almost immediately after that, we had the same sort of tackle against our guy in the midfield on pretty much the end of the pitch. So, and it was not a card. But I don't want to be too negative about it because it's a win, and they don't count how much they count, or they don't count how there's
how well you played. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. They don't count
Exactly.
how much they count when.
The 3 points all count the same.
Come back next week. I'll figure out this metaphor. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I've watched Arsenal. I've watched the Cubs loss. I watched the Braves game. Now I'm watching the Hawks lose to New Jersey. It's man. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
So,
listen, that's long suffering to so many degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Cubs actually finally did it, of course, and the Braves, a couple years ago. But man, that's eerily like mine. That's pretty rough.
Well, I just have to say thank you guys for having me on again. I'm trying to bring informed opinions.
Maybe next week we'll get one.
Maybe next week. Yeah, next week's the week.
Damn, icy cold with the birds.
Oh, it's cool.
Woo!
Cool, I can take it. You see this? This is covering the rest of my body. It's almost flame retardant. So we're good. I can take the heat.
Love it.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop off. Thank you again for having me. I'm gonna try and stick around longer. I've got such a full life right now. It's weird. Trust me, it's very strange for me. But thank you again. We'll talk soon.
Likewise.
All right, take care, man. Thanks for showing up.
Have a good one.
All right, and now we have another.
Always lively.
Yes, as always, we have another guest coming on. This is Gavin. It's his first time. Everyone say hello to Gavin when he gets here.
All right. Smash the ones in the chat to give him some love.
Hey, Gavin, welcome.
Show that video.
You don't have to if you don't have it. Hey, how's it going, man?
Oops, I accidentally shared my screen.
No worries.
Fourth person hopping in here.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome.
Hey, Gavin. Yes. Welcome. Have your thoughts. What do you have to say about the game?
I'll take the 3 points. I mean, this was like, there were at times where it was like sloppy. I mean, we were sloppy a lot of times. I mean, I'll take the 3 points. If it wasn't for that spill in the 7th minute, I think, I don't know, this game could have ended like 0-0 or so. But I mean, this game was also a little bit dirty because, you know, I feel like it's every single time we play the Red Bulls, like something's gonna happen when it like the game just always gets like dirty or something. It's
well, they're a dirty team. Also, they're from New Jersey. What can you expect?
Yeah, I'm not even surprised. But it's also crazy because like Guzan was fouled there. I was worried for a second because like it looked a little awkward at first. Like he could have re-injured himself. It scared me for a little bit. I'm glad he was okay. And then Cornell with like a burn to his head. That looked pretty bad too. But I mean, it's just Atlanta United versus the New York Red Bulls. I think it was a
classic
rivalry to me. It's a very classic one.
Yeah.
Especially they were our first opponent as well. Your inaugural.
Yep. Game. And in my opinion, we will always have the 2018 playoffs over them until that changes. So they can say whatever they want, chirp whatever they want, but until that changes, you ain't got nothing to say. So was Corey Burke for you scary at all during this game?
He's a well. Like, scoring-wise, no, not at all. But, like, if you're trying to be a dirty player, of course, like, I'm not a big fan of the dirty players at all. Like, personally, I got respect for him. He's a soccer player. It's a part of the game. I mean, it's
the dark arts
all the time. Exactly. It's just a part of the game. But, I mean, he used to play for Philadelphia. I mean, he, of course, like, got involved with lots of fights in there, too. I wouldn't say fights, but you know what I mean by that. It's like...
Yeah.
I remember
dust-ups.
Yeah, I also remember the one I do remember is the CCL one.
Ooh, how could we forget?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to bring it back up, but I'm glad those days are over. But I'm just saying that.
I only remember the first 45 minutes of that game, and I will never remember the rest.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, it was all us, and I mean, we just, you know. But I had changed topic for that because we got a good win tonight, although it was not the best game in my opinion, but yeah, I'm just glad we got the 3 points out of this one.
So here's some thoughts I had. Feel free to jump in, both of you. I felt like I think I tweeted this at one point during the game. I was so surprised because I mean I guess I shouldn't be at this point. New York pressed, and we knew they would. Obviously, that's their DNA. Mm-hmm. And when they did. I thought we met it. We met it with the same kind of energy and vigor. However, I still thought they won a lot of second balls. They got to it a little bit before we did. Sometimes, actually, quite often, it was almost. I don't know if it was even, but there was definitely a good back and forth with us winning the second balls, them winning second balls, sprinting to loose balls. They had the energy. They were up for it. I mean, the moniker, the New York energy drinks. I mean, they had the energy for sure this game. And I thought, and this is what I was tweeting, they're going to run out of energy by the, like 75% of this game is over. They're going to be out of energy. They're going to be toast. And we're going to score 2-3 on them towards the end of the game. Didn't happen. I was really surprised because, I mean, everyone will tell you the way you hurt New York, or the energy drinks in this case, is you tire them out, you survive the press, let them tire themselves out, and then once their line is stretched towards the end, bang them in at the end, and then just get some easy points on them that way. We did it the other way around. We beat them traditionally and didn't even have to score on a break kind of situation. What did you guys think of that?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that as well. It's just they couldn't get a goal. I mean, I feel like because in the past they're always a team to eventually get a goal, but this time they just didn't get a goal out of it.
Is that because of our defensive prowess, or is that because they just had an off night?
I want to say both, because Miles Robinson had a hell of a night. I mean,
he did.
I wouldn't say, especially that one play. I saw you talking about that, about his spine as well. That one play where he was sprinting towards the ball. That one was really good.
Yeah, the 2-on-1, it was ridiculous. That he made it look so easy, and that is not an easy play whatsoever.
ESPN top 10. Yeah.
I mean,
if they ever show that, they're not going to show a defensive play. Let's be real. But yeah, no, it is that. It's they're a team that you can get at them later, but it's that their ethos, it's the next man up. All they need is energy, it's not that they need quality on the ball or technical ability. It's basically, can they press high, win the ball in really good places, and be as direct as possible? And, tonight, both teams were not going to do it. Let's just be really frank. Like, there were so many missed chances and so many half chances that could have been.
I mean, what did we end up with, like a 1.8 or so XG at the end, and they were like at a 1?
Yeah, like there should have been goals. It could have been, as with that, it could have been a 2. And I mean, I think we survived tonight. Probably is the thing. We do well enough, and I think the crowd was hype. That really helped, I think, as well, and keep the energy levels up, especially after an international break, which can be a little bit kind of hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah.
But
so what do you think about them not having Tolkien or Barlow until like the very end? Because Barlow is always kind of an issue too.
It seems to us, right? They're young guns. They always find a way to score against us. It's very annoying, but luckily it didn't happen. But no, Gavin, you have a few more thoughts about what you saw tonight, and maybe what we carry going forward.
I want to say it was ironic because what y'all said about them being full of energy. It's ironic because they're named after energy drinks. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
but
they live up to it for sure.
Mm-hmm. And this is a good win going forward. We play in New York City next week. It's never easy to play in a baseball stadium, though. Hear me out. It's never easy for us.
True.
We'll see how that goes, but yeah.
Yeah, historically it's been difficult. I mean, most people complain and gripe when they go to New York City in general, but when you go to play them in an MLS game, they gripe even more in particular.
No, but Gavin, pleasure. Welcome, to your first stream, and thanks for.
And we'll hope to have you back next time. And again, previously, thank you for the donation. We really appreciate it. Keeps the lights on.
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah, of course. How's that coffee?
Love you.
Yeah, did you have that coffee, AJ?
Very tasty. It goes right back into the channel. So, but really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it actually goes to paying my high fees that I charge, AJ.
Right, exactly.
Of course, man. Support y'all. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, man. Take care.
Absolutely, man. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Thank you.
So.
All right. So Mark will join us.
Mark is going to join us, huh? Is he threatening to join us?
Indeed. He is threatening to join. Oh my. But it's a beautiful day in the A. We get the 3 points. It's really sunny. Now it's like a little chilly for my taste now, actually. I'm braving these elements again for you guys. But not equipped with what I'm wearing, actually.
So what did you think of Wiley's performance tonight? Oh, here comes Mark.
Yeah, Wiley.
Let's get him in here.
Yeah.
Let me get him in here real quick.
Yeah, I'll talk about Wiley. I think Wiley had a pretty strong performance defensively. He didn't get beat one-on-one too much. And I think he won a lot of headers. Like he's someone that's at 5'10" is pretty big for football player, soccer player.
Yeah.
So it's he was able to I think find his way to win his duels, and didn't get to go forward as much because playing from a deeper position. So it was left to Derek Etienne on the left wing, and I don't think he's as pacey as Wiley, but it is something that's it did seem a little off for Etienne. Like he looked a lot more impactful when he's coming off the bench lately, and in this one he just seemed a little slow to the ball. Like he he's waiting for the ball to come to him a lot of times versus going to the ball and making something happen.
Mark, how you doing? Welcome.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you perfectly fine. We can see you perfectly fine.
Yep.
Awesome.
Can we? Oh. Can you see him?
Let me get the. Oh no, I have it back there. It is. the backdrop.
You don't need to see him, AJ. It's fine. We just need to see him.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, definitely thrilled, of course, about the win. I actually just tweeted like this thought, but like, it's ugly. It's definitely not our best performance. I think on an individual level, certain players didn't have their best performance, namely Amada. But I mean, you take 3 points against Red Bulls, especially us. But like, just the way they play, like, as I remember thinking to myself halfway through the game, like, ooh, this is ugly. I don't know how I feel about this. But then it's like, you know what? This game is just gonna be like this, and if we can actually ride this out, and I mean, they just about managed it. You know, I do think they need to be more clinical in the future. I think Yorgos in particular will be, even though he scored, that missed chance will haunt him. Like, that's a chance that I'm sure was scored dozens of times in his career. Yep. So, but hey, man, it was interesting, the strategy, right? Because they were definitely inviting the press, and there is some sense to it if you can execute it. But I guess it was interesting seeing Atlanta United with this persistent game plan, and then of course as the match wore on, they were more selective with their risk taking. But yeah, I mean, for once it seemed like they were actually prepared for what the Red Bulls were going to bring, and I feel like in the past we've just been like caught off guard by, you know, the pressure and the type of game it is, you know, like. It was a gritty performance.
Yeah, no, and that's what's crazy is someone that obviously has gotten slated a little bit, Gonzalo Pineda, but he's done something that Frank de Boer hasn't been able to do.
Right.
He's done something that Tata Martino hasn't been able to do. Two coaches that won trophies for us, and yeah, I mean, I think massive kudos go to Gonzalo Pineda for, you know, coaching this team to the victory against a squad that we had never beaten in the regular season. So credit where credit is due. He deserves his flowers, and you know, I think it's something that, I mean, like, to dissect it, right? Because on the outset of it, it doesn't look all that different, right? Of like, okay, well, we tried to play through their press. I guess we're more successful in playing through their press. Mm-hmm. I think, you know, maybe it's something positionally we were able to be smarter than maybe in the past, where we maybe were a little more swashbuckling. We didn't have that positional play, which I think you saw a little bit more structure tonight. You saw that Wiley, he wasn't bombing it forward at every chance. You know, Lennon as well, you know, he was maybe the more adventurous one of the two fullbacks. But, I think it's more having the wingers, Etienne Jr. and Araujo, actually holding the width. So the more, you know, I guess traditionally, talented players on the wing were given space to operate. And I think Araujo, besides the missed chances that he had, I mean, he had a really good night in terms of being an outlet for us, and, you know, beating men on the dribble, and basically keeping that possession or dragging us up the field in a really, really quick manner that I think allowed us to get out of a sticky situation that maybe we had maybe made for ourselves. But still, it's something that, there's, I think, definitely some coaching things that, I think it's progress.
Yeah. It's interesting. Sorry, Mark, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Mike.
So it's interesting when I was listening to the interview that Gonzalo Pineda gave in the presser before, you know, leading up to this game earlier this week, where Sam Jones had asked him, you know, why are you planning on just playing through the press like you guys always apparently do over the last 7 seasons or whatever it was, and his answer was like, well, we just think we're better at being able to do it now. We can do it now. This is our game plan. We can get through it, and we're gonna get through it. Whereas in the past, it has never worked. And so everyone's like, what do you, like, you know, Sam's like, you know, honestly asking, like, why? Which I thought was absolutely hilarious. So it was like a lot of honesty, a lot of like, you know, brashness in the face of Gonzalo, and I feel like we should keep that up, keep that kind of like press up. That's awesome. And it was, you know, a lot of people were not believers because of obvious past performances, and rightfully so. And so I think like the question has a lot of merit. You know, why don't you just bunker and then try to hurt them on the counter? Yeah, you're playing at home, but still, this is like the tried and true way to hurt the Red Bulls because they will expose themselves. It's just you just got to survive the press. Trying to build out through the back against a team like that, they're going to turn you over in the offensive zone and try and punish you, which is their DNA. Everyone knows this. They've been doing it forever. They're very good at it. It's just like, I mean, they've made the playoffs like every single year of their like their existence. Like it works for a reason. So and you know what? A lot of people weren't believers. They might still not be believers after tonight, but there's at least an argument that it can be done. Atlanta United might be good enough of a team that they can do that. So if other teams see this, I think it might be a little interesting if they're just going to think to us. They're thinking like, oh, we're playing Atlanta United. If we hit them with a high press, try and turn them over in the offensive end, maybe we can hurt them. Well, maybe you're the one's going to be hurting then. It's an interesting way for other teams to look over the tape now. They might have to reassess how they approach Atlanta United.
Right. So
go ahead, Mark.
I think there was one change that's to the lineup that was. I mean, there was one change to the regular lineup, right? It was Kootman out, moving Caleb Wiley back, bringing Etienne in. I think if we had our regular lineup, our defensive line is more stout because Kootman himself is a very good defender and tracks back well. And I think we missed Wiley's outlet speed up top. There were multiple opportunities for Etienne and Aruju to literally run away from their opponent, and they could not. They just don't have that same breakaway speed. I actually think that we missed Wiley as an outlet tonight because he played fullback. So, you know, that was something I was wondering too, is like if we had a regular lineup, would it actually have been better? Would we have gotten that second goal?
I don't think so. Would we have been able to more? I think the reason I say no is because I think the Red Bulls are just a freaking fast team. That's just their thing. You know, they're gonna try and turn you over. They're gonna try and win the second balls. That's like their whole thing. So I think
they're a team of technicians.
Really,
they're a team of engine. Athletes, not technicians.
Yeah, exactly. They all run on engines, and it's like, you know, that's their whole thing. So I feel like even if we had like the fastest guys on, you know, like Jurgen Dams of the world on our team trying to outrun them, I feel like they'll do enough to catch us because that's their thing. I don't think we're ever going to outrun the Red Bulls. We're just going to have to out-tech them.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, and I think, they're the type of team, obviously, you know, it works so well. You know, it's once out of 7 years we've been able to actually, you know, scratch this itch. You know, it will be very interesting to see what happens when we play them at home in New Jersey.
At their home,
something. Yeah, that's a true marker to see if you know, we've learned our lessons and we've been able to apply those lessons.
Yeah, but I feel like it's such like a razor tight game like this. I feel like the 12th man can make the difference in a game like this. So I think it could have easily been 1-0 Red Bulls in a way. I think it could have been the other way around. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Exactly, but I think in terms of you know, having all of our at least first choice players, we see how big of a difference it is. It's really not even an excuse.
Night
it's
and day.
Really just like like the technical ability, and especially it's this like Miles Robinson versus Noah Cobb. Like Noah Cobb is still learning. Yeah. He's, you know, he's a teenager. Like it's
a baby.
It's just a big, tall task here. Yeah. To like even replicate what Miles Robinson did. So, you know, to Bill's point last week about how, you know, there just probably wasn't as much trust. So there was a little bit more hero ball.
Right. I remember what he said about Barco. Yeah.
said.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, and so it's that. It's like in this game, you could see that there's a bit more trust between the players, and you know, they were pinging it against each other a little bit more versus some of the errant passes. Well, there were still errant balls. I mean, that was, you know, forced from the New York Red Bulls.
Right.
But man, you know, it's I think, yeah, the setup, you know, it still works really well. I mean, Ibarra, you know, really putting that full hold as that 6 going forward. I mean, like, man, you know, like he's winning his duels. He's, you know, he's recycling the ball well.
He's done so well.
Something.
He's done so
he's
well.
Had a good start.
They flashed us out in the stadium. He's like head and shoulders above the next person in terms of tackles on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Yorgos is starting to make some wild tackles too. That was really funny seeing that big body just going like sweeping with those long ass legs.
Yeah, legs agape, and
yeah, right. Yeah, Mark wasn't here for that part, but you should go back in the video, Mark, and watch what Patrick was saying earlier in the episode. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. But I mean, I love it. I love that description because I mean it's very poignant. But yeah, you know, the scissor action was what earned him the yellow card. Yes, fair enough. But later on in the match, he went for like a triple tackle within like 3 seconds. Didn't ever get the ball, but
he got he understood the mission from Gonzalo.
Yeah, he understood. He understood the assignment. Yeah. Yeah, he wanted to get the ball back. So yes,
the first defenseman.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It was somebody had mentioned like on Twitter that he's an enforcer. I think maybe because there was a foul that wasn't called on Etienne Jr. and that's why when Giacomakis just barreled in.
Yeah.
And
again, my affinity towards Philadelphia Flyers, they're a goon hockey team, and you know what? If Yako wants to be a goon, I'm all here for it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like in hockey, we'll do a little quick sidebar here. In hockey, the enforcers don't usually score, though, right? I mean, they're not usually.
Yeah, they're not the scorers. When your scorer starts to get like bullied and attacked by the other team, the goon will come in and start protecting him.
Right, exactly. It's almost like in hockey, it's like, man, we all know why you're on the ice right now. Yeah. Like, who are you kidding? Like, there's someone that's gonna be barreled down, and it's gonna be a fight. It's coming.
Yeah, you barely know how to skate, and you're drooling sometimes. Yeah, you're a goon. You're gonna be. Yeah.
Yep. By the way, good movie. Good.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. What's his name? Oh my god.
Stifler.
Yeah. Stifler. I can never remember this dude's name.
Steve something? I don't know. Whatever.
It's something weird.
Wait, that's Steve Stifler.
You know what he was? Whatever. He was great role models, though. I'll tell you that much.
Anyway, we'll stay on track here, but yeah.
Sean William Scott. Sorry.
Sean William Scott. Yeah, you got the benefit of the computer from you, so.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was.
But, no, if you pulled it out, I mean, I can't see you. So
no, I'm kidding. I absolutely googled it.
Yeah. But let's see what the chat's saying.
Okay.
My battery's kind of low, guys, so I may have to
get your final words in then.
Yeah, well, actually, I want to leave you with this. Did Peralta have his best game in an LA United shirt?
Ooh, I think he did really well. I don't know if it's his best, but it's at least tied for it, for sure, for me.
Right, I think defensively, because obviously he gets higher marks when he scores, but defensively, he was night and day versus Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one where he made that intervention and Guzan immediately came over to him and started patting him like big brother, little brother thing they got going on. Just start patting him on the back and the front. And I was like, that's how you know. That's how you know that was a one hell of an intervention.
Right. And that's what's crazy. Is like Wano Parata, not a small dude.
Yeah.
And Guzan.
Guzan can little brother anybody. So.
No, it's nuts. It's like like Mark. Mark is a pretty tall dude. But you stand next to Tanner, and Tanner's gonna make you look like.
Guzan might start bench pressing Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But no, that goal saving tackle he had, I thought it was Miles at first. Like that's one. If maybe other than the goal, that's maybe the moment of the match for Atlanta United.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely.
All right, boys.
All right, man. You get home safe.
I will. Thanks. It's always great to be on. See y'all next week in the chat.
Sounds good, man.
Indeed.
See ya.
Thank you, Mark. But yes, so it is. It's a good night at the Benz. Lots of good vibes and energy here. I'm about to tap Mark up before he heads out. But hey, there he is. Hey, but okay. So, I mean, yeah. Oh yes. Well, Mark, before you go, there is the wheel that we will spin. So might as well find out now.
Okay.
If it's you, me, or Michael.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
All right. So
All
we'll do that real quick.
Let me do this real quick.
And then we'll watch my forfeit essentially after that, which I don't know if you saw what it was.
No.
But it was I had to listen to Nickelback.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, while you're on your way back, if your phone doesn't die, you can watch that.
Amazing.
All right. Let me know if you guys can see this. You should be able to see this.
We can't, but just a trust system here going.
Oh yeah, actually. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Actually, I have to do the other one first. I have to do the. I have to do which. So yeah, if everyone's watching now, they have to see it. So it's
You know what? It might be interesting. Yeah. It might be more interesting to see what we need to do, and then I have to do it.
So it's gonna be one of us three. Let's see which one it is.
No, hold on, Mike.
I already hit it.
Let's reverse them. No, dang it.
And it's me. It's me again. Oh my god.
Oh, it's Michael.
Well, I want to know what Michael has to do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're now on the other wheel. Yep. Everyone can see that, I think. Now we are. So here are to remind everyone, we got special talent on here. Wear a rival kit. Dress up for the stream. Eating food you don't like or hate, and then drinking liquor, which is, a kind of a ominously ambiguous title. So, okay. So I'm hitting the spin button now. Please be kind to me. You weren't kind the first time. Dress up for the stream. Okay, so I'll have to dress up in something
I know, right?
for the next stream.
Okay, so he's got to dress up for the stream.
Yeah, dress up in something. Who knows what it'll be.
Okay.
That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, chat. Drop what you want him to dress up as, and we'll consider it.
We'll enforce it.
Yeah, obviously nothing. Yeah,
we'll enforce it, and if it's over like $50, then if it requires me spending over $50, Mark will reimburse me. That's what the reinforcing is.
Yes. Okay. So oh, nice. Yeah. Michael just said that if it requires more than $50, then it's Mark reimbursing. That's the reinforcing.
Ah,
I like it. Okay, there's a little wordsmith going on. Anyway, well, yep. Luckily, it wasn't you. So another week unscathed.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah. But all right. So let's watch. Let's watch me listen to Nickelback.
Yeah. So do you want to do some questions from the chat first, or do you want to do Nickelback?
Yeah, we could happily do some questions.
Okay.
The chat, sure.
All right, let's see. Let's go back to
I don't want to relive this either.
Let's look through this. All right, Elliot Beam says the ref was bad. Yeah, I thought that the ref kind of let the game get away from him. Mike Conti was, or no, Jason Longshore specifically. So Mike Conti says, I think he's lost the plot, and then Jason goes, I don't think he's ever had the plot. And I think that's a good way to describe what was going on tonight. The ref, I forget his name, Chili something or whatever. He was. It always seemed like he was in the wrong position to see exactly what was going on, and he kind of made like retroactive calls. Not in respect that exactly reactionary. Yeah. Not like he was waiting too long to make the. It was that he just was kind of reacting in such a way that it didn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, so yeah, what do you think about that, AJ?
Yeah, I mean, basically, there were a lot of questionable calls. I mean, and some of them the fans didn't like, but maybe warranted. But yeah, like 7 to 8 yellow cards brandished in a game that. Okay, I mean, I don't think it was dirtier than others. I think it was a match that, New York Red Bulls, they're going to aim to frustrate, foul in some opportune areas that they know generally they can get away with. But it was a game that was very stop-start. It was a game that was chippy, a game that was essentially, we kind of played into their hands a little bit to that degree of, I don't think you usually see us that aggressive and get that many yellows. Like I think it's when the striker gets a yellow, I think they're joining in on the fun. I think at that point, but Miles Robinson also like a rare yellow. It's he did a professional foul, I think, and he did what he had to do, but also a little uncharacteristic of Robinson because usually he's a clean tackler. He's able to suss out the danger early and not have to resort to a foul because it is that as they say, if you have to go for the tackle, especially slide or go to ground, then you have effed up.
Yeah,
like that's you're having to do that because either you didn't do something well or somebody else messed up. But so we saw a lot of going to ground as well, and but I think that the main bit here is the dogso, the red that wasn't called, and how different of a match that would have been if they were down to 10 men and their keeper had to.
So do you think it was a dogso?
Backup keeper. I think it was a dogso. I mean,
I agree.
It was basically.
So there was no one. There was no other defensive men in front of the goal besides the goalie, and then the goalie threw his body into his legs in order to trip him up when he was clear away from him. So that's like, in my mind, clear dogso. You're,
exactly.
I just don't see.
You would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denial of a goal scoring opportunity if someone doesn't know what that means.
Right. And that's the thing. He's like, yes, he's still outside of the box, but like that.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
He's the last man. Like literally, if he got past him, he would have had to open that up.
Yeah.
So, but
goalie 100% knew what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly. And so at this point, it's we've seen a lot of refs come to this environment at the bends and probably get a little intimidated, get a little they're not used to this all the time, and we've seen the most seasoned of MLS refs have trouble too. So maybe that's being too kind to him, but it is definitely this. If the scoreline had been different, I don't know if you guys usually see it, but I always notice when the ref is really drawing the ire of the crowd, the cops will walk them out. That was not the case tonight. So yeah, as much as we really did agree with a lot of the calls, they were able to hopefully get out of the stadium unscathed. So
yeah, that I would hate for Mercedes-Benz to be known, or our fans to be known as people who intimidate refs or trying to hurt refs. That would be not good for me.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, that's
that's
a
not who we are. That's not what we stand for. So that would be really, not great.
Other countries do it, but yeah, we're not good.
Yeah, we're trying to be better than that. So another comment is the game was sloppy from both teams. Sloppy, I'm not sure is the word I would use, Elliot. I feel like the sloppiness comes from the fact that both teams were doing every possible thing to win a second ball and to sprint to every loose ball. And when you see that, every part of the field becomes a mixing pot instead of just, the box in each defensive zones. And so it's just what that results in is an incredibly frenetic game of just I think Jason or Mike on the broadcast called it pinballing. It was a lot of that. And so, it is what it is. I mean, both teams were in it. They were both trying to get it. They were both stuck in. And, not every team will do that. A lot of teams will back off. A lot of teams will accelerate, and you'll see a clear difference. Both teams were accelerating at the exact same time. And it's like two cars running into each other, and that's what you get. So, I'm not so sure it was sloppy. But, I guess it could be considered sloppy in the final third from both teams. They both had their chances, and they didn't really, capitalize.
Sloppy finishing.
Yeah. But I think, from defensive to midfield, and then some towards the end of the offensive part of the field, I feel like it wasn't so much sloppy as it was just both teams were just, almost like on cocaine. It was pretty crazy watching them just charge the ball every which way.
Yeah, just basically, no team, neither team had much time to dwell on the ball. And, basically, it was open space. That's pretty much what you had to play to. And there wasn't much of it. They
suffocating each other.
Exactly. And it's like when you're in, youth ball, and it's like that where basically it's all these players around you, and there's no space to play around because you're just all in the same area. But obviously a lot faster, covers the whole pitch in that sense. But it's a game that isn't aesthetically pleasing, I will say. For entertainment value, okay, the chances were there, but on the eye, you kind of want the pinging the ball around, playing it one touch, getting into the box, and finishing beautiful balls that were like a through ball or ball over the top, one-on-ones, those type of eventual chances out of aesthetically pleasing football. Tonight wasn't that. Our goal, I think, was pretty symptomatic of what the type of match it was. It was a poacher's goal. It's it's that type of game that's required it. We were clinical enough, so we got the 3 points, and that one blemish against the Columbus Crew so far. Hopefully that's a very, very strong anomaly going.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the chat. We got the cup and they don't, so I agree, Connor. Burke learned from the best in Philly. Yeah, he's a master of the dark arts. That makes sense. Gavin, don't worry about it. You had a great time on here. You did great. Let's see. St. Louis finally lost. Ooh, did they? I didn't even have a chance to look at that.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Because we pride ourselves in being at least 1-2, one of the best inaugural seasons. But that's a really good start.
So we are currently second in the Eastern Conference. Cincinnati is the only one above us right now.
All right. I mean, we'll take that. You can't be in first in the Eastern Conference the whole part of the season. especially after that last match.
Yeah.
So we'll take second.
You love to see Orlando in seventh.
But
damn.
Okay.
Miami and Joseph below the playoff line currently.
Hate that for him. I mean,
yeah.
I kind of do in terms of for Joseph.
I'm not a vindictive person, Miami, so yeah, I agree.
Yeah, right. But yeah, okay. Let's let the people see the Forfeit.
Are you cold? Because we still have some more comments before we get to the video.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see those comments.
So Gavin also says he meant to mention that Etienne didn't really impress him tonight. It's his first start, so it's what it is. What it is. I thought he did pretty well. His energy was good. And here's the thing, like I was saying earlier, you need to have energy to play against the Rebels. You have to meet them on the energy field of battle, because that's the only way you're going to nullify their only true advantage. Their only true advantage is just, racehorsing you down. So if you can keep up with that, which we did, I think you can nullify that. So, that's my take on that.
And he knows all about it as well, being a former Rebels player. So,
he knows he's got to make that run. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he's, I guess, trained that way in his upbringing. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it was a little bit of that too. Maybe they are very familiar with his game, so they were able to nullify some of those aspects. They know about him.
Yeah. Connor says that the Red Bulls seem to have been shooting blanks, which is kind of worrying if we see them again in the playoffs and try to do the same thing. I mean, here's the thing too. We had a couple opportunities we didn't bury either, so it could have gone either way in that regard. So I will give Red Bulls a goal or two if we also get another goal or two. I'm okay with that, as long as we come out on top. If they want to go to a slugfest, a shootout, and we end up beating them, I'm alright with that. If we beat them 1-0, it's the same thing to me. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think we should be picky on how we beat the Red Bulls.
Right. Yeah, because they're just a perennial playoff team. So if you can get a win on them, that's great. Unsure if
thorn in our side.
Yeah, unsure if Wiley is faster than Kyle Duncan. Yeah, to my point earlier. Getting our players from international duty helped out in this game. That is the most clear fact. Yes, for this is a big takeaway for everyone. Going to New Jersey and getting a draw is a happy result. Completely agree. If we do go to New Jersey, play them there, and we get a draw, I'll be perfect. Any draw away from home, I'll be happy with, because you draw away and win at home, that's a recipe for the playoffs easily. Good thing for GG the good thing for GG is he's bigger than most he's bigger than most of the enforcers in soccer. Yeah, he is bigger than most. He's a big dude, and he's a multifaceted striker. He's not just hold-up play striker. So I enjoy his breath. Like, he can run people down. He's doing scissor kicks to midfielders. I'm here for it with him. I like his energy. And he saw the Red Bulls and said, wow, they're sprinting everywhere. I guess I have to step my sprint up a little bit too. And he tried to meet them on that level, even though he's clearly not that guy. So, I respect that. I mean, you look at someone clearly faster than you, he's going to outrun you, but you still meet him and try and hold him down. It makes it harder for him. Makes it easier for the next guy up to try and stop him later down the field. So I really respected that. So next comment, Sadic or Sosa, Rosetto. What's our best midfield trio, AJ? Take it away.
Ooh, well, obviously the guys that are starting right now, well enough. I think Rosetto is the more technical one, the more safe in terms of with the ball. Stated.
AJ, you're breaking up a bit. I think you're walking too far away from the bends.
Oh, am I? And Sosa, I think he's probably the most secure in terms of ball as a 6. I don't think he's as much as an 8, but I think
losing you again.
And, say that again, because
losing your yep. Losing you a bit.
Yeah. So I think it is Sadic and Ibarra for the moment, but I mean, we're gonna need everybody, but I think we probably still need to upgrade in the position. Like we don't have enough dynamism in that position. Like it's not like our box to box midfield is not someone that's going to put fear in this team, and we need somebody that I think can strike some fear. I think that will put us over the top.
Yeah, 100%. So let's see. Okay, so everyone reacting to the wheel. Dressing up is an interesting one. I have no freaking idea what that's going to entail, so you're going to have to tune in next week to see what the heck that's about. Interested to see the dog show on the instant replay. Yeah, Connor, me too. I mean, I saw it at, I don't know if you were at the game and you watching. At home, it was pretty obvious it was a dog show in my opinion. What I will be interested to see is the, instant replay from Andrew Wiebe and stuff like that to see what they think about that, because I feel like they're going to side with us. So, more frustration with the ref than anger. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. Anger is misplaced in that regard. Frustration's a better word for sure. You should dress up as a Yankee for Yankee Stadium. I used to have a New York New York Rangers jersey. I don't have it anymore. I'm sure thinking I should do something maybe themed for New York. We'll see. We'll think about it. And we need a Darlington Abbey. Yeah, I mean, again, that's something I've been saying since day freaking one, and I will continue to say it for forever, is we need Darlington Abbey type players at a DP level on this team. That's just the simple. I get it. People want to have a DP as a striker. They want to have it as a cam, and what have you. Some teams do a defensive center or whatever. But for me, it's got to be Darlington Abbey style, that area of the field, boss of the boss of the midfield, the operator in chief type player. It's just clear. You need someone to link up the defense to the midfield to the offense. If you don't have that linking player, you just see so many breakdowns in those 3 transition periods or spaces rather. So it's so frustrating when you see a team who clearly doesn't have that, and they work the ball up, the sides, and they constantly go up the wings because their left backs are the ones who have to push everything forward, and then they just do hero balls up to the wingers or the center, and then they hope for the best. That's a frustrating way to play. If you just have a god in the middle, like Darlington is, and to a significant extent as well, probably even a better extent, Almada, whenever the ball touches his feet, it's he has magnets in his boots and he can do whatever the hell he wants with it. You just feel so safe in his loving little arms. He can always deliver the ball where it needs to go, except for this game. Coming to think of it a little bit, I think some people said it earlier in the chat and other things too that I read. Almada didn't have a great game. I mean, his game is still really good, but compared to his
wasn't
maximum,
as impactful in the final third. Yeah, but it was. I mean,
he still gave away a lot. He gave away 2 or 3 passes that were just way mishit, which is usually when you're expecting him, you're expecting really, really solid. The ball will always land on the foot of the person you want it to. So.
Right. And yeah, I mean, to some degrees, he's our guy that connects our defense to attack. Yeah, I mean, we need somebody else. Imagine Nagby and Almada in the same midfield.
We would never lose the ball.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just never. The other team would just be watching a soccer game unfold in front of them.
90%. Right, exactly. Just 80-90% possession.
Yeah, I mean, just literally, the way they played, like when I watched them play, it's the most beautiful soccer of any player in MLS. Like before, Brian Abbey, I didn't really see it for me, and then once he left, it was Almada. I just never saw someone with so much control whenever they had the ball. Whenever it touched them, you're just like, we're good. We're safe here. Like, it'll be a positive action.
Shake them off it.
Yeah. Whatever comes from this will be a positive action. It will never be like a turnover. It'll never be like a terribly misplaced thing that'll result in another team's goal. It, like, never is that. And that's why it's just so comforting to know that those guys are there. So, yeah, I think I said enough about that. My praise to those types of players is very well known now. I love those guys. So let's see, what is it? By the way, did I mention I wanted to April Fool's the New York Red Bulls media page after the Portland match, and its mission success? Oh yeah, what did you say? Oh my, you told me this last week. I forget. You said you had a plan for this. I forget what it was. You said, congrats on staying unbeaten against Atlanta in the regular season. Oh, April Fools. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's a good one. That's some top tier trolling right there.
Yes, good bets.
Yeah. Connor says we need to buy down Arujo or Gigi and pick up a late 20s South American player from Argentina or Brazil. I don't know if we need to buy down Gigi, but honestly, I feel like Arujo is dancing around and hovering around and descending towards Marcelino Moreno territory where you can buy him down.
It could. I think he costs a little bit more than Moreno for sure. I think he's.
He absolutely does. But you know.
In the $8 million territory in terms of what he was bought for or something. So, that might be. I don't know. That might be a little hard. So, but yeah, I mean.
But also the late 20 South American player. I mean, that profile Garth Lagerwey has kind of pushed up against a little bit with his prime demographic he's looking for. So I don't know. If you haven't read the article, I highly suggest it. What was it? Felipe Cardenas did an interview with him, and he came out with some interesting things that he said. I think that was in The Athletic.
Yeah, in The Athletic. And it'll be more in that territory of like an MLS player that will want to stay in. And basically, if it's not a veteran, it'll be at least be somebody that's a little closer to their prime, and definitely is not someone that's we're taking a flyer on or is a project player.
Right, project players. Jesus Christ, yeah.
But any more in the chat?
Elliot says have Sosa or Forsajic might be better in the midfield. He might be, but we don't know. Like, they've been putting in interesting performances. I think we need more data to say which one is better for the system that we're working in and which one can perform better. So, we'll see. Almada was under-hitting a lot of balls. Yeah, again, I was thinking maybe it was international travel that might be throwing him off a little bit. I think he'll be back again to his regular self next week. Connor also says, just need an older midfield player to control the ball, the center of the park for a few seasons. Yeah, I mean, again, it's that craving I have for that style of player. With a DP level, at least, we just need it. Every team needs it. That's how you are a good team, in my opinion. Had no replies to it either, Gavin says. Oh, it's just talking about his trolling post. He picked up 3 likes. Listen, it's fine. There's going to be a lot of...
Everybody go over to the New York Red Bulls page and spam the like button on the...
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a lot of hostile responses there. So, props to you for doing that.
Yeah. Right. You're in enemy territory there.
Yeah. So, good luck taking the grenades in the trenches.
Exactly.
But, it is what it is. You got to sometimes, poke the bear, so...
Especially, we could be petty MFers after we finally get a win against them after 7 years.
Yeah,
so,
seriously.
If not now, win.
Yeah, I mean, just think of all the crap Orlando gave us when they finally beat us. And then Elliot Beavens is still waiting for Alonso to come back. Aren't we all? That'll be interesting to see how he fits in as a late sub for the midfield. So that'll be interesting to see that. So I think that's it from the chat. I don't have any other. We hit all of my notes from the game. I think it's time. Are you ready?
I think it's time for us to watch me in agony. Yep. All right.
Watch you in agony. Okay. So let me do this.
So yeah, for those of you that might have missed it last week, we spun the wheel and landed on me, and it was the forfeit of having to listen to music that I hate. So I hate Nickelback. And without further ado, this is How You Remind Me, I think. We're not going to play the music because
that's a copyright strike.
Video is taken down.
But I will. I'll give you. So I'm going to stop my music, and then I'll put this on here, and then we're going to start this. I'm going to go to a couple of. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's a whole 4-minute song. But I will say AJ has a couple choice facial expressions during this that really speak to the agony that he's experiencing while listening to this song. So, without further ado, let me
this
just
is
see
Nickelback, How You Remind Me.
Nickelback recording.
I think that's the name of the song. Whatever. So
that's all I'm going to play just to show, just to make sure that everyone hears that that's what the song is. And now I'm going to skip to, what was it, 40 seconds? So that's a face of someone who just was made to listen to Nickelback and didn't want to. That's a good face right there. Now we're going to skip to 104 seconds where, yeah, that's a little bit of wincing. It's a little bit of agony, a little bit of pain right there. Here's another one where, ooh, that's some exasperated air blowing. That's not liking this, I think, if I had to choose.
Yeah. The when the chorus hits, it's double the agony there.
He said he didn't like. He thinks the girl in this music video is dumb, or this is a bad music video. Is what he was saying right there. Now
I think I mentioned that it's the same girl from the Linkin Park music video.
Oh yeah.
Crawling or something. It's fascinating.
Yeah, he's just leaning back now. Yeah. Just dealing with it, really. Just surviving. Just contemplating life at this point.
Yeah, especially after that 6-1 drubbing, and then plus
they have to
do that. That's a double whammy in a week, man.
That is. All right, now we're moving on to the next part where. So, I mean, a little embarrassing. You can see a little bit of a booger in AJ's nose here, and that's fine.
Oh, really?
Just a little bit. And he is staring deadpan, dead-eyed right into the camera, just realizing what he had to do for 4 minutes.
Yep. All right. Well.
And then let's see. We'll just finish off with how you ended the video real quick.
Second of that song. All right.
He had to listen to every second. That's right. All right, so I hope everyone saw that. Just move that out of the way. All right. Just check the chat. Make sure. Yep. Okay, good. Everyone did see it. Awesome. Okay, and we're back.
Well, all right. Also, yep.
That's the face of someone rethinking life choices. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like why did I put that pie there?
Can we get the vid on Discord? We'll see. Well, that might be something we can put on there. We'll see. That might be a Patreon goal. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. We'll internally discuss that. I think, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's a Patreon thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we'll see. Why did I agree to this? Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? It's still better than having to eat the hottest fucking plant on the planet. So there's that.
Man, I don't know. I would happily switch.
All right. Well,
like, maybe we will keep these on here. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we will. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think maybe we just keep like the hot sauce one on the thing forever. We'll see.
Exactly, because there's a lot of hot stuff out there. Frankly, it excites me actually. I ain't afraid of really.
Well, all that means is we just have to put more on it for you. Then that's all. So it has the desired effect.
Don't do that. But yeah, all right. Well, if you guys have anything else, drop in the chat now. Otherwise, let's be on our merry way.
Yeah.
And
let's get AJ home. He's cold. Maybe we'll do some gifs of AJ's face while he's looking at that. That might be good. That might be fun. So yeah, we're gonna take all these under their consideration. We'll bring it up in the next staff meeting that we hold, and I will be obviously voting for all of these motions. So you can expect Mark to as well. So we'll see. We'll let you know. Hopefully, we'll have some good. We'll have some good.
I'll find out.
Good news soon.
Yeah. Oh jeez. Yeah. Mark at one of these points will have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah.
I mean, someone can always make we can make a Patreon point of or a perk or if you can pay money for me to replace the wheel with just Mark, and then it has to be Mark.
So yeah, Mark in red and Mark in green.
Yes, that's right.
Mark in black.
Mark, but also in blue. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Well, that was it for us. We had a good time, and it was a wonderful win. Stay tuned for next week when I do, I guess, I don't know, something about dressing up. We'll see. We'll think about it. It'll be worth seeing, I'm sure. And hopefully someone else gets the wheel next time. And so for me, I'm Mike, and this is AJ. You can see us at our Twitter handles at the bottom, MW_ATL UTD FanTV. AJ, where can they find you?
At AJ_ATL UTD FanTV, and of course all of the ATL socials. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and we love you. We'll see you in the next video.